Hello guys and welcome back to Senior Gnome Gaming. Here it is, Forza Motorsport 7. Oh, I was so excited about this. Now I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch this little bit of intro here, but we're going to talk about the game very soon.
Every driver has a story to tell. Of their first race car. Drivers will talk about their victories, their losses, and their journey. Here is the starting point for racing dreams, where aspiring drivers begin forging their own legacy. For a select, devoted few awaits not just the finish line, but the chance to become a racing legend.
So that's the little intro we get, not as big as some previous ones. Now we get a little bit of a mention about the garage. We'll have a look here.
Welcome to Forza Motorsport. I'm here to help you achieve racing glory. Now, this is where your journey starts. And trust me when I say it's going to be a hard-fought, hard-driving road to win the Cup. It'll be a road full of choices you'll have to make. And here's the first one. Who are you?
And of course, for the first time in Forza history, we have playable female characters. There's been female NPCs before, but now playable female characters, which is cool. A lot of gamer girls out there, a lot of racing girls. So this is not a man's game, and it is cool to see. It's a little thing, but you know, sometimes the little touches, they can be very cool. A lot like these driver suits. They're not a big thing, but it is very cool. Just to have a little bit of personalization. I mean, most of them are very plain. I'm looking forward to getting myself a tuxedo. That's what I want, the tuxedo or the astronaut one. That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, it's just something a little bit of fun.
Between starting your campaign for the Forza Drivers' Cup, jumping into multiplayer to race against drivers from all over the world, or exploring at your own pace.
And here we see the new menus, and we don't have to go straight into a race. We do get to explore a little bit. There are 3 intro races, but you're not forced to go straight to them, which is nice. It's something a little bit different. And yeah, as you can see here, the new menu is looking pretty cool.
Car collecting isn't just a great way to have plenty of cars at your disposal. It's also a solid way to get better rewards. The more cars you get, the better your milestone rewards will be. Okay, every car has a score attached to it. And the more cars you collect, the higher your total car collection score. And that'll mean unlocking even more fantastic cars at higher tiers.
So as old mate was saying there, he doesn't have a name. Obviously nobody cares. But as he was saying there, we've got this new tier system, which I personally think is pretty cool. You've got to start from the bottom and you've got to work your way up. So basically you've got to collect cars, and for all of those cars you get some points, and those points go towards unlocking the next tier of cars. So you can't go out straight away and buy a Lamborghini, for example. You've got to start with something a little bit lower down. There's still plenty of choice here. As you can see, we've got sports cars, we've got JDM, we've got some off-roaders there, and a bunch of old muscle cars as well. So it's not too limited in the start, but it does make you work a little bit, which is something that I'm quite happy about. Because I have found that sometimes Forza is like, you do one race and you can go out and buy a brand new race car, and that can get boring sometimes. You know, this does make you do a little bit of work. It's not a lot, but it's something that, you know, at least makes you do a bit of work before you can go out and get every car that you want. After about 5 minutes of stuffing around, I finally decided on the Holden Monaro. And then I went back to my garage, and for some reason I had a Ford Falcon. I was a bit confused by that. Just a little bit. It took me a little bit to figure it out. But if you see that blue symbol there on the Monaro thumbnail, that means that this car is not yet downloaded. Now, Forza Motorsport 7 allows you to start playing before all of the cars are downloaded. So that's why it didn't show up, and I didn't know that at first, but I figured it out. And yeah, I think that's actually really cool, because there's something like, I can't remember if it's 30 gigabyte of download as soon as you install this game, and my internet is very slow, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to play this until the next day. But yeah, they let you start playing before all of this stuff is downloaded, so I was able to get onto it pretty soon, actually. And yeah, I just didn't realise that, and I was a little bit concerned because I bought a HQ Monaro and I got a Ford Falcon. But there it is, it pops up eventually. So there are a few little things in the game that need to be fixed, but we'll talk about them later. I just wanted to say that, you know, I wasn't real keen for this game. I wasn't super excited about it until this week. I just got really hyped about it for some reason. So I went out and I ordered it Wednesday, and I picked it up Friday morning and got straight into it as quickly as I could. And here is one of my favourite things. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, so we have proper rolling weather. Now, Forza mentioned it before release, and I was interested, but you know, they said similar things about Forza Motorsport 6, but this is completely different. Now, I somehow managed to miss recording lap 1, but lap 1 was cloudy, and then lap 2 these lightning and thunder came in, which weren't there in lap 1. And as you can see, I've just hit lap 3, and now it's actually raining. So this is proper rolling weather. Things are actually changing as you drive along, and it's so cool. I have also seen the reverse. I did one race where I started in the rain, and then the rain dropped off. And yeah, it's proper rolling weather, which is awesome. And you'll see a little bit later here that it really does affect the driving. Things get so much slipperier. Obviously, they did a little bit of that in Forza Motorsport 6, but they've taken it a lot further here. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was the randomization of weather. So you can load up the same track 2 times, and there'll be actual different weather conditions, and it's just randomized. And I think that's really cool because, you know, in the real world, you don't drive to a racetrack on 2 different days and get the exact same conditions. So I think that's really cool. I've done a few races on Bathurst. That's probably going to be my main money-making track because I love that track, and I can do some really good times on it. And yeah, 2 of them were overcast and cloudy, and one of them was a clear sunny day, and that's not settings, it's complete randomization, which is really cool. And you're about to see, I think it's the first corner of this last lap here is where I really screw up. Yeah, the wet weather, the rain, really does have an effect. So I'm about to brake here at the same point where I braked in the dry. And as you can see, we're not stopping. That's a wall. That's a solid impact with the wall there. Yeah, I braked in the same point there that I braked before the rain, and you really cannot do that. As you can see, I wasn't even close to making it around that corner then. You've got to be way more gentle on the brakes, and more gentle accelerating out of corners as well. You really do have to. It makes a difference. And it's so cool. Like I said, they started on that with Forza Motorsport 6. If you drove through a puddle, it slowed you down, and you'd lose a little bit of traction around corners. But this is definitely more advanced. You've got to be, especially under the braking, you've got to be way more careful. And there I drive off again. Smooth as disappearing. But yeah, it really does make a difference, and it's so cool. I'm looking forward to doing some proper endurance races and seeing how the weather cycles over, you know, like 20-30 laps. I want to do some proper endurance races, and I'll probably cut one of those into little pieces and make a video out of that. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about this new weather system. We've got some new cars in the game, not a lot, but there are a few new cars, and we've got new parts. The new wheels, particularly, I'm interested in. There's definitely there's quite a few new wheels that have got some proper dish on them. They're cool. But this is what everyone loves. Glitches. Everyone loves to hear what's wrong with the game. This is unedited audio. This is how it is. Of the split screen. Now, I loaded up a bit of split screen action with my friend Prince of Dweebs, and every other sound effect works except for engines. We've got no engine sound. So you've got tyre sound, you've got the crowd, you've got impact sounds, so when we crash into each other, and even a wind sound, but the engine sounds just weren't working some of the time. Now we found this was pretty easy to fix. We just went and exited out of the race, restarted it, and things were fine. So if you do have trouble with this, try that first, see if that works out for you. But hopefully this will be fixed in a patch pretty soon. It'd be nice to get that sorted, because there are a few little things in the game that do need to be looked at. But hey, this is early access, so I'm not disappointed. I'm totally fine with this. And this was another one that was a bit of fun. I tried to put the wide body kit on the 240SX, and all I got was some wide ass wheels. So as you can see here, the wide body kit hasn't loaded, and the tyres are still the stock size. So that is some serious tyre stretch. But again, this was easily fixed. I left, I did a race, I came back, and the car was totally fine. Everything loaded and was fixed. But I have noticed this with a couple of other cars as well, so that's something else that needs to be sorted. Just the loading of visual changes that needs to be looked at. But yeah, coming up we have some cool stuff. Now next Sunday I am going to EB Expo, which is... This is definitely the biggest gaming expo in my state, possibly the biggest in Australia. I'm not sure. I haven't been to one before. This will be my first. But it's a proper expo. There's going to be games that haven't been released yet. There's going to be publishers and producers there. So very interested to go check it out. Hopefully going to get some video, some footage. I don't know how they'll go with recording, what their rules are going to be like. Obviously there's unreleased games there, but if I can't make an actual YouTube video out of it, I will get some stuff onto my YouTube, oh sorry, not my YouTube, onto my Facebook and Instagram. You can go check them out. They're both Senior Gnome Gaming as well, exactly the same as the YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. So go check those out if you're interested, and next Sunday hopefully I'll have some stuff out on both of those. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Obviously there's going to be heaps of Forza Motorsport 7 stuff coming up, and still some Forza Horizon 3. But this is it for now, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Hope you've enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back soon. Catch you later.